What's up, everyone? Giant Opinions. Breaking MLB news. The Rangers and the A's have just made a trade. The Rangers are sending shortstop Elvis Andrus and catcher Aramis Garcia to the A's for Khris Davis, Jonah Heim, and Dane Acker. This is a shocking trade. This is an interdivision trade. They're both in the AL West. They're both rivals. And the main two pieces in this deal are Elvis Andrus and Khris Davis. Now let's just start with Elvis Andrus. So the A's lost Semien. He's gone. And they're replacing him by getting Elvis Andrus, a guy who in the past has been pretty good, but he has been struggling the past 2 years. But they have confidence in him returning to form. And the Rangers were ready to move on from him. He is a solid contract. He's getting paid $14 million this upcoming year, the next year, and then he's a player option in 2023. And Ken Rosenthal basically said he's gonna take it no matter what. So the A's are stuck on the contract books with Elvis Andrus, but I mean, he's been an all-star in the past. We know that he can be very good. He's a good hitter, and he's really fast on the base paths. And he's a veteran, so you do like that. I don't think he's going to necessarily be like Marcus Semien and have an MVP-type season, but he's still a very solid replacement. Aramis Garcia is just catching depth. He was on the Giants. He's not really that good. But for the Rangers, they're getting Khris Davis. He struggled this past shortened season, but we all know what he can do. He can swing the bat and hit bombs. And that's something that the Rangers were looking for. They need that designated hitter, or they could stick him in the outfield, but I think Khris Davis will be the DH, and then Gallo will be playing in the field. But Khris Davis, I think he fits very nicely in a Globe Life field. That left field, oh my God, he's going to have a field day there, and he's tormented the Rangers for years and years and years. Whenever I watch the A's and the Rangers play, he always goes off, but the other two pieces in the deal, Jonah Heim is the A's 9th-ranked prospect, so they are getting a solid return. And Jonah Heim, he's okay. He did pretty good in his AAA season this past season, though, so that was really encouraging. He batted .310. And we don't know. Maybe he could be something for the Rangers. I believe they do have Sam Huff did get called up, so I'm guessing he's going to be the starter next year, but Jonah Heim isn't he isn't a bad backup option, And yeah, he's a solid player. I like him. He's MLB ready too, so that's a really nice thing about that. And they also got Dane Acker. And this is an interesting player. He was just drafted in the 2020 draft in the 4th round. He was taken in the 4th round, so the A's thought somewhat highly of him to take him that early on. From what I was reading, he does have a fastball that hits probably around the 93 to 94 area. He's a sinker too, so he's going to be pitching for ground balls. He's not a strikeout guy necessarily. He's a cutter too, so it's something to work with. He has time to develop before he steps into the big leagues, and I think it's a project that it's worth taking on for the Rangers. But overall, who do I think won the trade? Well, Khris Davis is a free agent after this year, so if Elvis Andrus does pan out in Oakland, if he can be a consistent 280-plus hitter, I think the A's will come out pretty solidly with this trade. And the Rangers are also paying basically all of Elvis Andrus' salary for this year. I forgot to mention that they're sending $13.5 million over, so essentially Elvis Andrus is free this season, but then they are going to have to be on the books the next 2 seasons, so I don't know. I'd say the A's won right now, but the Rangers could very well win if Dane Acker, because I think Dane Acker could be pretty solid in the future. If he does pan out, we'll be looking back and saying, oh wow, this is actually a pretty good, under-the-radar, rare interdivision trade. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.